And those of you not selected as the top 23 players are no longer needed here at Blue Lock. So, fuck off.
Please! Wait! Ego! Why didn't Nagi make it?
He couldn't prove himself in a match. There has been times he's showed us he can shine, sure, but he's too inconsistent. This salary is appropriate for a player of his quality. That's all there is to it.
But Nagi has talent!
Do it again.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense! Rayo, the whole world acknowledges his abilities. Sometimes he's off, yeah, but there's miraculous plays only Nagi can make. He's obviously a genius. Isn't it a waste to just let him disappear here? So can't you run the calculations
again? Shut up and get a grip. This isn't school, you sheltered dimwit. Didn't I say at the start that this is a laboratory for creating the world's best? And what the hell have you been going on about? He's a genius? Is that a joke? Results just now were clear enough. Seishiro Nagi's talent has withered away.
Huh?
Talent. It's the power to believe in your abilities. It's the power to believe in and improve your abilities. But talent changes depending on one's surroundings and mental state. Friends and rivals, even goals and emotions can all increase or decrease talent. And sometimes you get results that surpass your talent. Seishiro Nagi's wild feint chain in the third match was an example of that. In that moment, he unexpectedly proved that he can produce results beyond his talent. You were deluded enough to think that that was your true power, and that the world demanded that from Seishiro Nagi as well. What you guys should have done then was to analyze the fact that you got results beyond his talent. But the biggest mistake was letting that go. Convince Seishiro Nagi that he achieved his dream of defeating Yoichi Iseki. Do you know the biggest cause of talent withering up? Loss of hope, despair, fear? No, it's none of these. It's satisfaction. He still didn't have what it takes to defeat Yoichi Iseki. His desire was released, and an animal with a full stomach forgets to hunt. And that fire will not return. In that match, he should have tried to prevail on his own, no matter how painful it was. Even if he lost, he should have kept his fire and his ego burning strong. The choice to team up killed Seishiro Nagi's talent. It was already withered up then. His talent would never blossom again, but you continued to water it and believe otherwise, Ryo Mikage. In the end, Seishiro Nagi, you spoke of being the world's best, but you couldn't even find a fire beyond the dream to defeat Yoichi Iseki. Stop. You were satisfied, right? That's why you were afraid of losing the ones around you, Stop it. Shut up. This is Blue Lock. I only need crazy bastards who won't be satisfied until they're the world's best. Normies who's satisfied with anything less than that, please. Go home, Seishiro Nagi.
Hey, Ryo. What's up, everybody? Gojo here. This video's a little late because I was lollygagging. No excuses. I was lollygagging. I took a little bit to make this video because I've been depressed about Nagi, bro. Real shit, I didn't want to make this video. Like, I knew I had to, but I just wasn't as hype about making it as I was the other ones because of it not being as, you know what I mean, action-packed or soccer-oriented. It's more monologue-oriented, which I didn't have a problem with doing. It's just, after reading the 300 leaks, I'm just very devastated. So like, me filming the end of this video, like the chapter discussion part of 299 is like the the day that the 300 leaks came out. So it's like a week later, literally like a week, almost a week and a half later since chapter 299 dropped officially. But yeah, I enjoyed the chapter 299, and I genuinely think that this is to set up the plot for a genius versus talented learner end of his story. That's what he's planning to do. I don't think he's going to give Nagi the spotlight the entire story. That wouldn't, you know what I mean? That wouldn't be cool. It would be cool for him to come back later in the story where we thought he was dead or gone, and obviously he's not dead, but you get what I mean. We thought he was gone, but he's not, and he comes back in Bastard Muchin, and then he's fighting with Noah in the regular adult World Cup. So after we get U20, like 499 chapters in, they're gonna drop the chapter where Nagi comes back and he's actually been practicing with the U20 Bastard Muchin team, or after the U20 World Cup when Isagi won the U20 World Cup. This is later in the future, chapter like 380, 370. I don't know when it would be. We're going to get a little bit of break, and then they're going to obviously do a little bit of a time jump into the World Cup soccer team where Isagi is the number one player on that team. We might still have a couple of the side characters there like Baro, and honestly, I think Chigiri's going to be gone by then. I think his leg will be broken, and then we're going to have like other characters that were in NEL, like reoccurring agonists like Kaiser and Ness and all them. But my main point is I think that Kenichiro is waiting, and he's going to give us like 150 to 200 chapters without Nagi, and then have him have this epic comeback where he is the final rival to Isagi, and then the villain of the story. So you have an antagonist and a villain. I think the antagonist at the end of the story is going to be Nagi, and then who knows, Reo might even become like a centralized main character with Baro and Isagi, just so he has that moment with Nagi in the end. Because in reality, his copy ability is probably top 10. It might even be top 5. If he's able to copy the abilities of Bachida, Nagi, his own specialty, and Noah, he's able to do the double leg. He has the ambidextrousness when he copies him, and Isagi and Rin and Sei, he can copy everybody. So there is really no limit to his ability, and I can really see a moment where he has a 100% copy moment where he goes through every one of his copy abilities and scores a crazy ass goal to like win one of the matches. I think that would be tight. But yeah, we're gonna get like 200 chapters without Nagi, where they go through all of the build-up matches in U20 World Cup, and then we get the World Cup, and then we get a time skip, and then we're gonna get introduced to Nagi in the final World Cup after, because I think they're not gonna show all of the World Cup like leading up matches. They're just gonna show like a couple of the first ones, and then we're gonna get the final World Cup match between whoever. I think they're going to just show the teams that are going to be playing and that have the most potential to be the final team that plays against Japan. So, yeah, I think Japan is going to play against probably like Bastard Muchin again because of Noah. And then when they play against Bastard Muchin, I think that there's a possibility that Kira and Nagi and maybe a couple other characters could possibly be on that team. So we'll see. I have a couple friends that think that he's just going to write them out of the story. I think he's going to write, or I don't think that they think he's going to write Nagi out of the story completely, never talk about him again, never really bring him up again, which I just feel like is kind of a waste of a character, waste of a plot line, waste of a story, to be honest. I feel like he would just ruin the story if he didn't bring Nagi back at one point or another. And I may sound like a Nagi glazer, but honestly, I'm really excited for these next 250 chapters, 200 chapters of Shido going crazy and all of these other motherfuckers going crazy. Like, I don't know, Reo. I want to see Reo go crazy. I want to see fucking Karasu go crazy. I want to see Hiyori again. Everybody. I'm just loving Blue Lock right now, and I'm really happy making these shorts. Like, even though it takes me a little bit, Wait for them. I'm still releasing them. I'm still on schedule to release each one before the next chapter comes out. So 300 hasn't fully released yet. Let me check my phone. Actually, it might have released today. It is Wednesday, so I don't know, to be honest. My app might have got the blue lock leak early. Oh yeah, Innocent chapter 300 came out. So that video will be out probably in like a week, or if anything, like 3 days. I'll probably try to have it out by like Friday. That would be pretty cool. Since I did take forever to upload this one, we'll see. You know what I mean? It depends on how much content I'm releasing and how satisfied I am with it. But with that being said, stay sturdy, my friends. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And once again, stay sturdy, my friends.